respected viewers, dear family of dreamers and builders, I welcome you with a heart full of concern, hope, and love. You are not here by accident. Something within you sensed that this moment, this message carries weight beyond ordinary motivation. And I want you to listen gently, not with fear, but with awareness, not with anxiety, but with wisdom. There is a quiet warning many are ignoring, not shouted in the streets, not written in headlines, but whispered to the hearts of those who are attentive. A warning about seasons, about preparation, about money, stewardship, and purpose. Because the years ahead will not reward noise, they will reward wisdom. Let me begin with something that may unsettle you for a moment. Destiny does not collapse suddenly. Financial failure rarely happens overnight. It is usually the result of ignored instructions, delayed obedience, and misplaced priorities. And for many, 2026 will not be a surprise. It will be a harvest. There is a difference between making money and understanding money. Many people are busy earning, but very few are prepared for what is coming. And when seasons shift, effort without wisdom becomes exhaustion. I have seen people pray sincerely, yet live carelessly. I have seen believers love God deeply, yet dishonor principles quietly. And this is where the warning lies. The future will not be kind to ignorance, even when that ignorance is sincere. Beloved listeners, wealth is not just about numbers. Money is a spirit-sensitive tool. It responds to laws, patterns, and discipline. And every major financial season is preceded by preparation. Those who discern early don't panic later. There was a man I once encountered, hardworking, faithful, prayerful. Every morning he prayed for breakthrough, yet every evening he made the same financial decisions. Spending without planning, investing without learning, borrowing without strategy. He loved God, but ignored wisdom. And when economic pressure came, prayer alone could not repair years of neglect. This is not condemnation, it is instruction. The warning is not that money will disappear. The warning is that systems will change, speed will increase, margins will shrink, and only those who have clarity, patience, and structure will thrive. You see, abundance is attracted to order. Chaos repels increase. Many want overflow, but few are willing to build foundations quietly. Everyone celebrates harvest, but no one applauds sowing. In the years ahead, emotional decisions will cost people heavily. Quick profits, untested investments, borrowed lifestyles, and comparison-driven spending will trap many. Not because opportunity disappeared, but because discernment was absent. There is something sacred about long-term vision. The ability to delay gratification, the strength to grow slowly but surely, the discipline to say, not now, even when others are celebrating prematurely. I know a young woman who invested her last savings into a trend she did not understand because everyone around her was making fast money. She ignored due diligence. She ignored counsel. She ignored the quiet check in her spirit. And when the market corrected, her finances collapsed. But what hurt more was her confidence. She said something I will never forget. I thought faith meant jumping without looking. No, faith means obedience with understanding. This is why wisdom is wealth's closest companion. Beloved, prayer without preparation creates frustration. God often answers financial prayers with ideas, discipline, learning, and patience. But many are waiting for miracles while rejecting instructions. The warning for 2026 is not about fear, it is about focus. not about scarcity, but about stewardship. Those who align now will experience peace later. Those who delay will call it sudden, but it was gradual. Money amplifies who you already are. If you are disciplined, it expands order. If you are careless, it magnifies chaos. That is why growth without maturity is dangerous. Consistency will outperform talent. Structure will outperform speed. Vision will outperform impulse. There is nothing wrong with desire for wealth, but wealth without purpose becomes a burden. The goal is not riches. The goal is mastery, the ability to command resources without being controlled by them. Beloved listeners, the future belongs to those who think in seasons, not moments. Those who invest with understanding, not emotion. Those who build reserves in times of plenty and skills in times of quiet. This is a call to examine habits, to audit your financial life honestly, to ask yourself hard questions. Where is my money going? Why am I investing? What am I building toward? Who am I becoming in the process? Because prosperity is not accidental and destiny is not casual. This season requires prayer, yes, but also learning, reflection, but also action, faith, but also structure. The warning is gentle but urgent, and this is only the beginning. There is a silent discipline that separates those who survive seasons from those who are shaken by them. It is not luck. It is not connections. It is not even intelligence. It is alignment. Alignment between values and actions. Alignment between prayer and practice. Beloved listeners, many people are financially stressed not because they earn too little, but because they manage without intention. Money flows to direction. It does not follow desire. When vision is absent, resources leak. When structure is missing, increase becomes dangerous. In every generation, there are those who mistake activity for progress. Busy but not building, earning but not multiplying, saving but not positioning. And when transitions come, they feel betrayed by life. When in truth, life was responding to their systems. There was a small business owner who once shared his story quietly. For years, he reinvested every profit without reserve, no buffer, no planning. Growth looked impressive on the outside, but one unexpected downturn exposed fragility. Within months, everything collapsed. He said, "I thought growth meant reinvesting everything." Growth without resilience is risk dressed as ambition. Wisdom teaches balance. Expansion with protection. Vision with margins. Faith with foresight. The coming years will reward those who respect process. Those who understand that capital is not just money, it is time, skill, credibility, and patience. Many chase quick returns and ignore slow compounding. Yet compounding is where quiet fortunes are built. Beloved, impatience is expensive. Emotional decisions in finance always send invoices later. Every rushed investment eventually demands payment. Every shortcut eventually reveals its cost. This is why discipline feels boring to many, but boredom is cheaper than regret. You must learn to sit with plans, to study before you spend, to wait before you enter, to observe patterns before you commit. Not every opportunity is yours. Not every door is permission. And please hear this with humility. Prayer is not a substitute for diligence. Prayer is a partnership with responsibility. You ask for rain, but you prepare the field. You ask for increase, but you learn stewardship. There are believers who pray against lack while secretly loving convenience. They resist budgets. They avoid accountability. They reject learning. And yet they expect peace. Peace does not come from prayer alone. It comes from order. The warning for the future is this emotional comfort will be expensive. Living to impress will be costly. Ignoring fundamentals will be punishing. But those who choose wisdom early will walk calmly while others panic. I have seen families destroyed not by poverty, but by unmanaged prosperity. Sudden income with old habits creates silent destruction. Money reveals discipline, it does not create it. Beloved listeners, financial maturity is a form of spiritual maturity. How you handle resources reflects how you handle responsibility. Little by little, decisions shape destiny. This is a season to simplify, to clarify, to learn, to position quietly. Not every move must be visible. Not every success must be announced. Depth is built in silence. When you stop chasing fast money, you begin attracting stable wealth. When you stop copying others, you begin discovering your path. When you replace haste with strategy, peace follows. The future does not belong to the loudest, it belongs to the wisest. And there is still more you must understand about preparation, purpose, and prayer in this season. There is a deeper layer to this warning that many overlook. It is not only about how much you earn, invest, or save. It is about who you are becoming while you pursue wealth. Because money follows identity before it follows effort. Beloved listeners, the future will not simply test your finances, it will test your character. Pressure exposes foundations. Seasons of economic shift reveal whether your confidence is built on numbers or on wisdom. Those who panic easily usually trusted results more than principles. There is a quiet strength in people who know why they are building. They are not easily distracted. They are not shaken by delays. They are not seduced by trends. They understand that true wealth is not rushed, it is matured. I remember a young investor who once said, "I keep feeling late, like I'm behind everyone." He was comparing his chapter 2 with someone else's chapter 10. In his anxiety, he made aggressive decisions, borrowed heavily, and ignored risk. Years later, he said softly, "I wasn't late, I was just impatient." Impatience steals more futures than failure ever could. Beloved, timing is a form of wisdom. Knowing when to act is as important as knowing what to do. Some seasons are for planting, not harvesting. Some seasons are for learning, not earning. And some seasons are for restraint, not expansion. The warning is this: do not confuse opportunity with readiness. An open door does not always mean you should enter. Readiness is internal before it becomes external. Capacity must grow before responsibility increases. Many people want wealth to solve insecurity, but money only magnifies what already exists. If fear is present, wealth amplifies fear. If discipline is present, wealth amplifies stability. This is why inner work is financial work. Beloved listeners, peace is a financial strategy. When you are calm, you think clearly. When you are desperate, you accept poor deals. Anxiety narrows vision. Wisdom requires stillness. The future will reward those who build skill, not just income. Those who understand value creation, not just consumption. Those who invest in learning as seriously as they invest in assets. There is dignity in slow progress. There is safety in margins. There is power in preparation that no one applauds. And there is freedom in knowing that your worth is not tied to your net worth. This season is calling you to pray differently. Not only give me more, but make me wise. Not only open doors, but shape my decisions. Not only bless my plans, but correct my thinking. Because prosperity without purpose leads to emptiness. But provision aligned with vision leads to peace. Beloved, wealth is meant to serve life, not replace it. It should support purpose, not compete with it. When money becomes a servant, life becomes balanced. When money becomes a master, peace disappears. As you prepare for what lies ahead, remember this: the most valuable asset you can build is not money, it is wisdom. Wisdom outlives trends. Wisdom survives seasons. Wisdom carries peace into uncertainty. And when wisdom leads, abundance follows quietly, steadily, sustainably. Beloved listeners, let us come to a gentle place of rest. Everything you have heard is not meant to create fear, pressure, or urgency driven by anxiety. It is meant to awaken clarity. The future is not something to dread when you are prepared for it. Seasons only trouble those who refuse to learn from them. Abundance is not a race. It is a rhythm built on wisdom, patience, discipline, and purpose. When your inner life is aligned, your financial life finds order. When your vision is clear, your decisions become calm. And when your foundation is strong, storms lose their power. Remember this always: wealth is not just what you accumulate, it is what you can sustain. It is the ability to sleep peacefully at night, the freedom to say no when necessary, the confidence to wait when others rush. True prosperity carries peace with it. As the years ahead unfold, let your prayer be deeper than desire. Pray for understanding, pray for discernment, pray for the courage to obey wisdom, even when it feels slow. Because those who build with insight will not be shaken by change. You are not late. You are not behind. You are exactly where growth is happening. Every lesson, every pause, every moment of reflection is shaping a future that is stable, meaningful, and aligned. Move forward without fear. Build without haste. Invest with understanding. And allow patience to do its quiet, powerful work. May your journey be marked by clarity. May your efforts be guided by wisdom. And may abundance flow into your life, not as noise, but as peace. Remain calm, remain focused, and trust the process you are building.